Alright, this is a brief video to help you develop a strategy for attacking free response questions, or FRQs. Now, you received from us a nice yellow packet that has tips and tricks and what to do when addressing an FRQ. I'm going to actually run through these tips and tricks on a past FRQ from 2006, so you can see this in action. Okay, the first step in any FRQ is to completely read and understand the question that's been asked of you, because you have to answer the question they ask. So let's do that. The framers of the United States Constitution created a legislative system that is bicameral. However, it is not just bicameral. The framers also established two houses of distinctly different character and authority. Alright, so right away my brain is starting to turn, and that should. Alright, because your second step is to think, what are they asking me about? What are some of the units that I've covered in my reading or in my classes that I can use to draw on to answer this question? Okay, while you're reading the prompt, and I suggest you read it a second time, you should be writing down any key ideas that come to mind as you read it. Okay, so the framers, alright, the framers, 1776 and on, the United States Constitution created a legislative or lawmaking body that is bicameral, two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. However, it is not just bicameral. The framers also established two houses of distinctly different character and authority. So they're going to be asking me about character and authority. Okay, all these things popped into my head as I was reading it a second time. Now let's look and see, what are they actually having us answer? And it says, discuss two reasons why the framers created a bicameral legislature. Right? And I know from my terms, or from my sheets, that I should underline the operative terms. One of those is discuss. Discuss two reasons why the framers created a bicameral legislature. I also know that I should box any vocabulary. Bicameral, definite vocabulary. Legislature, definite vocabulary. Bicameral means two houses. Legislature means lawmaking body. Alright, and it's asking me to discuss two reasons. I also know that I need to circle any limiters. Alright, anything that's telling me specifically. So I'm actually going to circle two reasons, because that's how many I need to do. Alright, it's limiting me. Moving on. Identify one power unique to the House of Representatives and explain why the framers gave the House that power. Identify. Okay, that's my operative term for that. One power. Identify one. Okay, that's a limiter. And it's unique to the House of Representatives. This is my vocab. I got to remember, okay, House of Representatives. They're more closely related to the people. My brain should start to turn. Okay, last one. Identify. Okay, there's my operative term. Identify. One power. Just one. That is my limiter. Okay, unique to the Senate. Okay, and explain. See, oh, I've got to explain. That's an operative term here. I realized I missed it, so I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to underline explain. Okay, why the framers gave the Senate that power. So it's not good enough just to identify. I also have to explain. Okay, just taking a short minute or two to go through this and read is going to allow you to approach this in a much more direct and comfortable manner. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is construct a brief outline to answer the entire FRQ. Take a minute to do this. The 5 minutes or so that you prep for an FRQ before you begin to write are so much more important than the writing itself. Alright, so I'm going to go, this is question number 4, and I'm answering A. So I would write 4A. Alright, 4A, I'm going to write that right on my paper, and I'm going to start to break it down. Two reasons why the framers created a bicameral legislature. I'm going to provide 1 point, 2 points. Alright, 4B. 4B. Identify one power unique to the House of Representatives, one power, and explain why the framers gave that House that power. Okay. 4C. identify one power, and explain. Alright, I have a nice little skeleton that is addressing everything that my FRQ is asking of me, and all I have to do now is fill in the blanks and get my mind right about what I'm going to write. Took me just over 5 minutes. Now I have the rest of the time to knock this FRQ out of the park.